Have you ever tried to solve a puzzle, only to find that one missing piece changed everything? That's a bit like what systems thinking is all about. Imagine life as a giant web, where every thread connects to another. Systems thinking encourages us to see that web, not just the individual threads. It's about understanding how everything interacts, how one change can ripple through the entire system. Let's break it down. At its core, systems thinking is about seeing the big picture. Instead of just focusing on the parts, like a car's engine or the wheels, you look at how they all work together to make the car drive. Think about your morning routine. You might wake up, brush your teeth, eat breakfast, and head out the door. But what if you skipped breakfast? Suddenly, your energy dips and your mood shifts. That's systems thinking at work. It shows us how one small change can impact the whole day. Now, let's make this even clearer with a metaphor. Picture a garden. Each plant represents a different aspect of your life: your job, relationships, health, and hobbies. If you only water one plant and neglect the others, the garden won't thrive. Systems thinking teaches us to nurture all parts of our lives, recognizing that they all contribute to our overall well-being. If you want to grow a flourishing garden, you need to understand how each plant affects the others. Consider the example of a community dealing with pollution. If we focus solely on cleaning up the river, we might miss the fact that factories upstream are dumping waste. Systems thinking encourages us to look at the entire ecosystem, the factories, the river, the community, so we can find sustainable solutions. Instead of just treating the symptoms, we tackle the root causes. This approach fosters collaboration, bringing together diverse perspectives to create long-lasting change. But how does this apply to you personally? Think about a challenge you're facing. Maybe it's managing stress at work. Instead of just trying to work longer hours to catch up, consider how your workload, your work environment, and your personal life all interact. Maybe you need to communicate your needs to your boss, or perhaps it's time to set boundaries with your time. When you view your situation through a systems thinking lens, you can identify solutions that address the whole system rather than just one part. Let's take a moment to reflect. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by a problem, only to realize that focusing on one small aspect wasn't enough? What if you stepped back and looked at the bigger picture? What connections could you uncover? I encourage you to ask yourself, what are the systems in your life? Think about your family, your work, your community. How do they all connect? What happens if you make a change in one area? By understanding these relationships, you can become more proactive in solving problems instead of reactive. In conclusion, systems thinking isn't just a fancy term. It's a practical approach to life. It helps us understand that we are all part of a larger web, and our actions can have far-reaching effects. Remember, just like that garden, every part of your life needs attention. So take a step back, look at the whole picture, and nurture all the areas that matter to you. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with these questions. What's one small change you can make today that could positively impact other areas of your life? And how can you apply systems thinking to a challenge you're currently facing? Embrace the web, and let's grow together.